We had the opportunity today to take some guests out in the Zodiac and conduct some citizen science here in Nico Harbor. We are going to collect some plankton samples to be sent back to a laboratory where they are going to be genetically testing what species are making up the phytoplankton community here within the Antarctic fjords. This is for a PhD student's dissertation research at Scripps Institute of Oceanography. Yep. So she applied for a National Science Foundation grant and got it. This is going to be our plankton net, our line, not very technical. We're gonna deploy this into the water column. And what it's measuring is salinity, temperature, the turbidity of the water, so how much muck is stirred up in there, and depth. First thing is to test the water clarity. And to do that, we use this lovely Secchi disc. You can hold on to this ring in the center.
I dropped the disc with black and white contrast down, and when there was no differentiation between the black and the white, we pulled it up and it ended up being 10 meters deep. You could see it until 10 meters.
Next we can do meteorological conditions. Okay, so bridge, Caitlyn.
Yes, Caitlyn, go ahead.
Yeah, could we get some air temperature and water temperature from you, please?
0.1.
So 0.1 for the, I think that's the water temperature. The time that it says is currently 14:30, if you want to write that down, in UTC time. Anybody want to do this one? Yeah, so just hold it below the water for a few seconds. Yep, and just let it calibrate and just let it kind of drop down to the bottom. Okay, that's okay.
Send a little on the outside. It's just
Ta-da! And so there, on this tiny little diagram, you can see the depth profile of our little cast for this particular one. Any type of possible plankton or microbacteria that's in the water, we're gonna put it in this sample, and then we're gonna put some chemical preservative in it. Okay, boop. Cap it. So just around the cap. Okay. Yeah, and just seal it off, and you can just do it anytime. Last but not least, we are going to do our plankton toe. We're gonna take our cod end, screw it on to our plankton net. All right, so now.
This right?
Yep.
Out the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Around the tree.
Around the tree.
Back in the hole.
Woohoo!
perfect.
Beautiful. Yay! So the idea now is we're gonna write down our start GPS and our end GPS units with our lovely CTD, and we're going to hang this net from the side of the boat, and we're gonna then just tie it onto the side and drive the boat pretty darn slowly for about 3 minutes. Have a bubble in it. So we want it to be just below the surface of the water, hanging there, sampling from the upper water column. Okay, so James, if you'll just drive forward a little bit. Perfect. Okay. So start location will be -64.
Okay, so.
And the latitude.
64?
Mm-hmm. 0.8480. Longitude will be -62.5309. So we will tow it for about 3 to 5 minutes now, and it doesn't particularly matter if you zigzag or just go in a straight line. And this will be filtering all of the plankton in the water column. The net itself is made out of this really fine mesh, and ideally it's going to be trapping little tiny bits of diatoms and different types of phytoplankton. And then we will filter it once we get back on board and see what we came up with. So I don't think we will have any trouble doing it today because the water is so chock full of diatoms. So our end location will be at latitude minus 64.8489, and our longitude will be minus 62.5278. Just throw that in there for now. Oh yeah. Finesse at its best.
Oh, all sorts of gross stuff in there.
Mm-hmm. Yummy, yummy plankton. Okay. And we'll just give it a shake. There's a lot of plankton in there. Woohoo! Each kit is about $7,000. Most of it is this castaway device. Unscrew this.
Thinking that diatoms are like a couple of cells.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Plankton!
Plankton! Woo! Thanks everyone for helping. Woo!